Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I like to do is to create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out looking for treasure. This is part 2 of a unboxing video for online auction lot. We have a little bit left to go through. I did look up this guy right here. So if you watched part 1, you saw this. So this is a 1965 crown. And it was to commemorate the death of Winston Churchill. And it is not made out of silver. It's a Cupro-nickel. And they are... Oh, you know what's cool, though? I think... This is the first time I've looked at this since I looked it up online. Apparently, this was a very difficult coin for them to strike at the mint. And it didn't say how many they made, but there's quite a few. They don't seem to be worth more than a couple dollars. But I'm going to pause it because I think one of the things that they said was that some of them that were struck had the initials of the sculptor of this side on it. And I'm going to take this away for a second, and we're just going to see if I can see it with a loupe. Nope, this doesn't seem to be one of them that has it. So this is the one that isn't worth more than a couple bucks. It's just a couple dollars, but it's cool. So we'll go ahead and continue on with the rest of our pile, and then we will get into testing. We have some things to test over here. So let's see, what else do we have? We have, this looks good. This looks like it's probably silver. At a glance, we got some nice toning. It's real pretty. Grape leaves, grapes looks like. Boy, that looks like, oh yep, and there we go. Sterling right there. That's neat. Yeah, this is a good lot, this one. I have no complaints. I found gold and a really cool, so I think this is a tie clip made of sterling. So when you got silver and gold, and clearly some gold fill, happy camper. All right, let's put that over. I'm going to put that in my, I got a little sterling bin going on from our previous videos. Okay, what else do we have going on here? Let's get this big thing out of the way. What are we looking at here? Huh. That's quite the... let's hit it with the magnet. Don't see anything, doesn't seem to be... Is that? Yeah, so that's magnetic, this little ship. Looks like we're looking at gold fill. Is that what our marking says? Yeah. So the bracelet looks to be gold fill. Oh, hey, there we go. 1/20th, 12 karat gold fill. That makes sense. Question is, do we see any marks on the crown? Looks pretty good. I'm guessing it's probably gold fill too, but man, it does look pretty good. And the lamppost, or thinking that one's not gold. What do you folks think? Maybe we can test it just in case. That one definitely doesn't look good. I bet that one is... No? But yeah, it's all just kind of lacquer and low quality. What's this say? Who's who among students in American universities and colleges. And that is also, that says gold fill maybe? Yeah, that's also gold fill. 1/10 10 karat gold fill. I'm betting these other pieces are gold fill. That doesn't really look right for gold. But you know what? When we get to testing, we'll test this crown. Not seeing any marks on it. Maybe. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably gold fill, but we'll test it in a minute here. All right, what else we got? This giganto pile. There we go. We've got a Freemason. What is that? How many years? How many years does that say? Oh, there we go. 30 years. This is cool. Look at that. That is all hand engraved. That's gotta be sterling. Color looks totally right for sterling. I don't think that would be anything other than sterling. I don't know why you'd hand engrave anything less than sterling. That color looks totally right. In fact, you know what we're going to do with this? From the last video, I happen to have this silver polishing cloth. Let's just give it a little spritz it up here. See what happens. Just some old silver polishing cloth that I found at a garage sale, I think. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that still has tone, but it got all that black off. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I'm happy with that. Think we need to test that one, or can we just say that one's silver? I'm pretty confident saying that one is a silver. We'll throw it in the test pile. But I don't see any reason to. Now this is definitely plate. But I'm guessing, actually. So there's a few things to note about this one that are interesting. The first one is, see how the pin goes off the edge here? That dates it to 1800s. That was a style that went out. So the C-clasp and the pin extending past the edge, because, you know, a lot of these, if we look at a more modern one, here we go again, a more modern one. See how the pin doesn't stick off the end? So this is still a C-clasp, so this is still fairly old, or at least cheap, but then the pin isn't going off the end. So that actually dates it to being a little bit older, generally speaking, in style. And this really looks like gold here, but you can see that when they engraved the W on there, they actually got through the top layer of gold. So that's like a bit of rolled gold, probably. And that's definitely just plate on the back or brass. So I'm guessing what's going on here is we've got a little plate of gold that's put in and then was engraved, so that it keeps that nice shine, because there is a tiny bit of carat gold in there, but there's not a whole lot really going on in there. Enough that I think I'm going to throw it into my gold fill bin, but not enough to count as carat gold. Let's have a look at this one. See, this looks real good, but see how we got that edge there? See how it's two pieces put together? So I think what we have here, yeah, and you can see where it's like soldered together. So I think what we have here is we have a piece that, I don't think it's hollow, but I think there's like brass or something inside of it. And this would be like a rolled gold piece, and that this is probably carat gold over the top of something else. So they're like thin plates of carat gold. So that is something that I think will go into my gold fill, or I have like kind of an unknown random like bits of, there's gold involved in it, and it's better than plate, but it's still not carat. All right, off that goes. Okay, what else do we have in this pile? Those are kind of nice looking. Do we have more? Nope, just that one looks like. All right. So I'm guessing from the color that these could be possibly low carat. Doesn't say anything, I don't think. Got some scratches. So these could be low carat, or they could just be brass. Now, the interesting thing is they're pretty dang shiny, which could mean that someone shined them up, or it could mean that there is some gold involved in that. I highly doubt when we actually test this, because we will test these, that they're gonna actually test as 10 karat. I would guess that if they are, there's some sort of low carat gold. But we'll put them in our test pile. Yeah, in fact, one of the things I can show too, see the color difference? You know, we have 10 karat gold, and this one's marked, and this one's sure looks like 10 karat. Then you have what might be low carat. And you see how much more pale it is? Like there's just not, there's probably enough gold content in this to keep this thing shiny, which is why it still is shiny, even though it's old, but not enough to even give it like kind of a gold color. And I've seen that quite a bit with the XRF machine, that pieces like this will come up as being like, you know, 10 karat is, you know, 41.6% gold. This thing will end up being like 20% gold or 25% gold, something like that at most, which will keep it shiny. And it's better than like, you know, just plate, obviously, or even better than fill, generally speaking. But it's not something that we can really get with our test acid generally. So we'll see how that actually comes up when we test here in a minute, because we seem to be getting to the end of our pile. What do we have here? I see an F, B, L, E, FB of L and E? I'm not sure what I'm looking. Ooh. What am I looking at here? Am I looking at gold? Oh, come on. That can't be gold. That's a big chunk. So this is the kind of back you want to see. Now, this could be plate. It could be plate over something that's just polished before they plated it. Man, I don't know. So, things that are good here, now that we look real close, it looks like somebody actually went through and engraved all the way around the edge on these. And I see good shine on the inside. Good shine on the edges. I'm a little concerned there's like a line here. You see that? I don't know what that means. I don't like that. I think what we'll do when we test this is we'll try to test it two ways. We'll try to get from this side and from this side and see if they test up different. I'm not seeing any kind of markings. Man, that looks good. But it also, I'm a little confused that there's this line, because we clearly have two pieces of metal involved here. So we will see. That's going to be a real interesting one. All right, what else do we have in this pile? Looks like we've got a watch chain here. It's kind of cool. Maybe silver? I figure if it's silver it would say. Yeah, not seeing anything there. What do we have here? Tridon. Guessing that's the maker. Yeah, so that's where you expect it to be magnetic. I don't know. I really don't know on this. It kind of has a nickel silver look to it to me. But it also looks pretty nice, and like they put a lot of effort into making it. I guess we can hit this with test acid. I don't think it's gold though. Let's see what it takes with a polish here. Thinking maybe it's nickel silver. I don't know. We'll go ahead and test that though when we do some testing here and see what we come up with. All right, next things next. Little bracelet. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we have... No, we didn't. I cannot make out that text. Doesn't look like it's gold, though. Maybe low carat, but it looks like we got a little green going on around the edges there. The bracelet's definitely not gold. That's just plated. I think we're probably looking at plate here. All around. Interesting, though. And if anyone recognizes that, I'll make sure it's in a nice safe place so we can pull it out again. See if you can get that and read that. I don't know. I've got a... Will this work? I don't think this will work. So dirty. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I don't know. If anyone has an idea on that one, let me know. Let me do one more close shot. Come on, you. You can do it, camera. Maybe you can pause that and read that. Okay. So we've got this and this, whatever this and this are. We're going to put that in our good stuff pile. That looks like it's some old... yeah, so that's an old bit of gold fill that came off of some other kind of jewelry. Broke off of something, looks like. Yeah. All right, we'll set that in, I don't know, where should that go? Probably our gold fill bin. And then last but not least, it looks like we got a necklace. What kind of a necklace, though? It doesn't look gold. The clasp isn't super duper nice. Ah, gold fill. All right, so it's a gold fill necklace, and then it has a little pendant on it. Greek looks like. Pendant looks good for gold. We'll test the pendant. I'm guessing that's probably 10 carat. Okay. All right. That does our whole box. So let's bust out the test acid. All right, we're all gloved up, and let's just go ahead and get to it. So we'll start just grabbing stuff. So this, I think, is probably going to be 10 carat. There we go. Set that there. So we're going to try two sides on this. So we're going to try like a back side first off. And then more of a front side. So we'll do like here. See if we get any kind of difference. All right, you go there. Now we'll do these ones. I think these are probably not going to work out very well with our test acid, but we'll give them a shot. Yeah, these look like they're almost different colors even right there. I'm guessing our test acid's just going to eat that right up. But we'll see. Let's keep going. So this was mostly gold fill, but we'll try this crown here. See if there's any chance that we really lucked out on that one. Give it a real good scratch in case it's like plated or... Kind of got It's interesting how different these colors are, isn't it? All right. Oh, we thought this one's marked 10 carat, so we'll use that one here. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be 10 carat, but we'll definitely use it as a bit of a control too, so we'll know what 10 carat looks like on this. There we go. You go there. And then what else are we going to test? We were going to test, I'm going to test this little guard pin right here. See if that comes up as maybe also 10 carat. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then, we had this puppy. This was definitely interesting. So we're going to do two things. We're going to see if I can't get this front piece just to see what we come up with there. And then we'll also get check to see if is this maybe a money clip? We'll see if this, which has some interesting tarnish, is maybe silver. So we'll be testing this bit for silver. Because maybe that's what that is. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. All right. And then, yeah, I think, oh, wait. We have another piece of silver here, so this goes here. And then we thought this might be silver, so we'll also give this one a little scratcheroo down here. Be testing this for silver. Well, let's make sure we got a bunch on there. I find the silver, we really have to, like, give it a bit of material to try to get a result. Okay. We were going to try this Bell Systems one also. We're just going to try the back. This bit in the front is 10K, but I'm wondering what the back also comes up as. So we'll find out, shall we? Oh. We'll just see if it ends up being 10K. I'm just going to do a little circle here. I think it's probably just brass or gold plate or gold fill. But I think we are ready for some acid. Although I said I was going to test this, I don't think I can right now. I don't think I have enough space. If anyone really wants to know or has an idea of what this might be, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm probably going to save that one for the XRF machine when I have a chance to get down there. All right, so we're going to start off on all of this stuff with our 10 carat acid. So we're going to see what gets dissolved with 10 carat acid. Okay. Let's see here. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of silver test acid down here. on that and on here. Well, we are getting some results, aren't we? So one of the nice things about this camera too is we can really sort of see what's what. So we can see this piece here is definitely not 10 karat. I don't think we're looking at gold or anything, but we may be looking at silver. So we'll let that one sit there for a second. I grab a bit of a paper towel. We'll see if that turns up red. Now, people have also told me on numerous occasions that 18 karat is really good because it'll turn blue on silver. So we're going to put a bit of 18 karat there. See if that turns bright blue. 18 karat there. See if that turns bright blue. I think that's turning blue. Is that? I don't know. Can't quite tell. But what we can do is we can take a bit of paper towel here and we can soak this up and we can see if we have red as that evaporates, and then it'll tell us if this is silver or not. So our crown here is definitely not 10 karat gold. Our 10 karat gold marked piece is definitely 10 karat gold. This piece, which I thought was going to be low carat, is just brash as can be. In fact, I think what I want to try with that is I'm going to put a little bit of, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a little 14 karat there and 14 karat there. The 14 eats it a little bit more, but not much. These are actually 14, looks like. Well, that's pretty cool. Or, yeah, no. What do we got? Wait a second. I'm confused. So we've got this one is 10 karat, definitely. This is both of these. So this is nothing. So that is nothing. And then the next one is this one, which is living through the 14 karat acid, but it's definitely having a time with the, yeah, so this is gold. Well, that's cool. And then here's the thing. So then that means that the crown is happy as 14 karat gold. And then that's 10 karat. That makes sense. This is not. That makes sense. And then the other things down here. So this thing was here. We thought that might be 10 karat. It's not. And it looks like it's not even silver. So I don't know what's going on with this one. I'm going to have that thrown on the XRF machine. I think it's probably just plate, that guy. And interestingly, our Bell Systems down here is coming up as 10 karat on the back, which is kind of interesting. And then this piece, I think, is silver, although I don't know that it's, if we're getting any red. Yeah, we're getting some red in here. So this guy's silver. This one might all be 10 karat. Weirdly enough, like they might have made the whole thing 10 karat, even though they said just the emblem is. We may have that one for the XRF machine as to verify. That piece right there on the end, the medallion, is actually 10 karat, so we're good to go there. This piece, as we've been sitting here and it's been melding with some other stuff, looks like it is probably 10 karat, as the 10 karat's been continuing to exist, but the 14 has been eaten away. So we're just gonna, we'll throw that for the XRF verification later. We do have 10 karat there. We're solid. The crown may be 10 karat. We're gonna retest that one here in a second. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna retest the crown just alone, make sure that maybe we got something good there. All right, so we're cleaned up. I don't believe my luck that this would actually be Carat Gold. So we're going to give this one another shot. I'm going to give it a real good scratch along here just to make sure that we're getting down into anything that might be not gold, if that makes sense. If it is gold fill, I want to try to get through that layer. I want to have a look at it real close. Because, man, that does not... Looks like it's good. And now the rest of these pieces, this one maybe. So what we'll do is we'll see. Hey, buddy, what's up? We'll see with this one too. All right. Oh, what did you take from me? Okay, that's fine. Yep, you can have that. All right. So let's see if that and that in a retesting. So we're going to retest with 10 carat again up here. And then we're going to test 10 carat there. And then we'll test 14 carat here and 14 carat here. And you know what? I think, oh, no, it's like more like that. I think that's looking good. I don't know. What do you folks think? Maybe both good for 14? Jeez Louise. I will have to remove these two from the links here. I'm going to pause it, and I'm just going to give it some time, and we'll come back to the video. Well, I gave it a bit, and that sure looks like it's good. So I think we ended up with a bunch of gold here. Now they are very permanently on there. I don't really want them on the rest of this for right now. This will definitely go into my gold fill, but these two will be coming off so I can independently back up that they are in fact gold on an XRF machine. And we'll end this video here. Yeah, I don't see. I think they're both 14. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Should we check to see if this one's 18? I think this one is holding tight with the 14, but we'll just check real quick, see if this one's 18. Give it a real good scrub there. Yeah. All right, where's our 18K test acid? Not 18. So you can see here it's holding good, but here it's all disintegrating. So that's cool. That's a result. I hope you found this series of videos, this and the prior video, useful. And I hope that you can use this information to go out and find some treasure for yourself. Have a great day.
Like this, I've been Thomas.